Here we go. Season 3, episode 62. I just looked at it and I almost fucked it up.
Is that the first time we played the music in a while?
It's been a couple. We didn't play it for Tom.
We should have.
We should have.
That would have been awesome.
He probably would have just grabbed a bite of chocolate. And so we haven't podcasted since
No.
what's Fly
your,
Fishing Jesus podcast.
What's your quick take on it?
I hope to be like 10% as cool as him by the time I'm his age.
Yep. And I was really like low key excited when he told us that his like the most uncommon thing you'd find in his waders or bag is a can of dip.
Yeah, tin of snus. Like, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No, I was expecting him to have like a leather-bound journal and, a charcoal pencil.
A fucking rickshaw something. Like a crimshaw knife or something.
Yeah.
Like.
But no, that was a really cool episode.
Appreciate the time he took.
Yeah. Super easy to talk to as well.
Yeah. It was literally like talking to Jim.
Yeah.
And they might be the same person.
I think Tom likes to talk, maybe, I don't know. Jim likes to talk if he knows you.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tom would talk to pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
Jim.
Tom does have this, whether he likes to admit it or not. He flat out said he's a terrible salesman.
Yeah.
But I think he's got more salesman in him than Jim.
Yeah.
But no, it was.
I liked how at the end of that podcast when we were talking about the Orvis Pro boots and how you had those Sims ones, and he was like, Garrett, Orvis makes those.
Yeah. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, I don't really want to buy another pair of boots right now.
Something quick, unrelated to fly fishing. Is there some sort of run for fun night happening on Monday nights in York now?
Oh, where all the people running with their little, fucking flash up.
That and, like, strollers with kids in them and...
Hey, we're a healthy town here.
Fucking gay. Lame.
You can say gay. I don't really give a shit.
They need to learn how to, like, not be in the fucking road.
Dude, runners are the absolute worst when it comes to people not wanting to use sidewalks.
Yeah.
Like, those things are literally put in place
for you.
So you don't get hit by a car.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, but, like, then we got to go up and down the transitions. And it's like, listen, you're not fucking Kip Jogi or whatever that fucking dude's name is from fucking Ethiopia that's setting world records. I think you can go up a fucking 8-inch little incline. You'll be all right. I mean, it's either that or the bumper of an F-250. So,
your choice.
I mean, what's gonna really impact your day more? Getting run over by a truck because you want to run on the road, not on the sidewalk that's there, so you don't get hit by the truck that's on the road.
And like, there was one guy who was just running. He was running from something.
Oh, really?
He was sprinting. I'm like, he's either got a shit or...
You might have seen the weather. The weather was turning there as you were coming down here.
Yeah.
We were walking we went to the cellar tonight for a couple drinks. And we were walking out of there and I was like, whew, it's turning.
Yeah.
There's some fucking Mercedes sitting out front with the fucking top down.
What a fucking idiot. It rained all morning.
Seriously.
Like, leave the fucking coupe at home. Pops.
Or just pop the top up.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take... It's not like it's an hour-long process.
That's the type of people I want to piss inside the car while the top's down and sit down in front of a restaurant.
Yeah.
We went to... Yesterday, Mandy's parents and some family went to... They had the Vietnam Memorial Wall, like the traveling wall.
Yeah, in Sanford,
right? So they went to that. I was getting ready for a get-together at the house. So I met them at this place called Pilot's Cove for breakfast, which is right at the Sanford Airport.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
No.
Oh.
Heard good stuff, though.
It's good. And we were eating in this 2 private jets out front, getting ready to, and these 2 SUVs pull in with a bunch of old whites getting out of them.
Yeah, naturally.
And one of them, like, walked by us. We were sitting outside, walked by us to go inside to use the bathroom. And one of the family members was like, oh, I wonder who that is. And I was like, you don't know who that is? They're like, no, do you? I was like, that's Larry Bean. They're like, who's that? I said, like, the owner and founder of LL Bean. Like,
yeah.
And they're like, really? I was like, yeah. I mean, I've seen pictures of him. That looks exactly like him. So I stopped talking about it, and then I hear, like, whispers around the table, and they're like, that's Larry Bean. He's on. I was like, I told Mandy, I was like, I made that shit up. Stop fucking.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not Larry Bean.
It's not.
Okay.
I mean, I knew for a fact that none of them had any idea what the owner of LL Bean's name was. So I just started it with Mandy, and I could hear whispers going around the table. I'm like, oh, boy.
Oh, well. It would have been way better if there was like a fucking article in WMUR or WMTW.
Yeah.
Larry Bean.
Was spotted in Sanford today.
In Sanford.
I should have been like, that's
How bad do you think that airport wants to be Wells?
Right. Imagine. What airport are we flying into? Sanford. Sanford. No.
Wells Regional.
Well, yeah. Wells Regional.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Kennebunk.
Yeah. York County? I don't know.
I forget I think it is York County Regional Airport or something.
It's fucking Sanford.
Yeah, exactly. You can put a restaurant there. There's still a gas station 100 yards from it called Harry's.
That's the one right there, right?
Yeah.
The Sunoco?
Yeah.
So that place used to have the best breakfast pizza.
Really?
Yeah. Like, very much on par, if not maybe a little bit better than Lakeshore.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never known such a thing.
So when we lived in South Berwick, and I used to work in Kennebunk, and that's the way I'd go. I'd stop there every morning, get 2 Red Bulls and 2 pieces of fucking breakfast pizza.
Huh.
It was so good.
Interesting.
Because they did breakfast pizza right, and this is why I say it might be a little bit better than Lakeshore. Because apparently Lakeshore does like Lakeside. They do like a bacon breakfast pizza or a sausage breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
This one did bacon, ham, and sausage all on one pizza.
Like a meat lover's breakfast pizza.
Yeah. As it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get your day started. Let's up the caloric count.
Yep.
And, might as well start the day with heart palpitations.
Yeah, get them out of the way early.
Yeah. You're good to go.
Yeah.
I've done 0 fishing.
So have I. I haven't fished since the last time you and I went out. I'm hoping like the fall weather starts turning.
I'm nervous about our trip.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work out. We may have to postpone it a week or something.
Yeah, that could be a moist trip.
Yeah.
This weekend coming up for those in Maine or the New England region, button down the old hatches.
Allegedly. Who knows at this point?
Might get a little squirrely. The ocean, at the very least, is out on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely going to be... And I think the winds are going to be high enough where it's going to be tough to lay out a cast. So we may want to wait just a tinge. Maybe a week or 2.
Should cool down the water, though.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to I was looking forward to the fishing, but I knew we were probably going to find our way to that pizza truck again.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah, I think that's a required stop.
And that sounds pretty good.
Maybe we call it ahead.
They place an order.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Not just order when we get there.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting.
I may get something different this time.
I'm going to get the buffalo chicken pizza again.
Well, I may get that this time because I had a piece of yours, and it was delicious.
And then I'm going to get one of their garlic cheesy pizzas.
Maybe that restaurant's open this time. Maybe they were talking about how they were supposed to be opening that.
You know, the other option is we say we're going fishing.
Just go there.
We go to Mohegan Sun.
Gamble all day.
And gamble. And then we just grab pizza on the way north.
Yep. We didn't catch any fish, but...
No. I lost 10 grand, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Or maybe we win. Maybe we win big. Then we can just go into Upcountry Fly Shop and just go...
I want all of these things.
Yeah. I'll take that TNT Contact 10-footer. Thank you.
I got my new rod in.
Yes.
I was kind of excited for this trip because I was going to use it on that. But I will eventually. Super nice looking. It's simple. The single foot guides.
They're so sexy.
Yeah.
I love single foot guides.
They're simple, sexy. I know Greg did research on them for whatever reason. I'm sure he did. But for $150, a 5-weight 9-foot rod, with a rod tube and sleeve, is like how he doesn't sell 1,000 of those. You know. Hopefully, eventually, he'll come out with some different ones.
I'm actually going to send him.
But super excited to try it. Got to figure out what I'm going to put on it for a reel. I think I'm just going to buy one of his reels, honestly. I already have a 5-weight line that I'm going to put on it.
I just asked him if he's going to make a 10-foot 5-weight. That's really what I need right now.
I didn't really need another 5-weight. Like I really do like my Reddington. But that Reddington's seen some shit.
It's been airborne. Can confirm.
Yeah. And it's a little marred up from that, but that's like, I'll never get rid of that rod now.
No.
I'll always have.
Yeah. Caught your PB brook trout on it.
Yep.
And then it went flying. I mean, yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And then it tried to get left behind. Or was that your 6-weight that you left?
That was my 7-weight.
7-weight?
Yeah. Yeah. I found that one. I need to stop doing that shit.
What else did you do?
What's that?
What else did you do?
My bag and my net, remember that?
No, I won't forget that.
That's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there's more stuff.
No. But
there was speaking of people forgetting things, we were coming down. We went to the beach Sunday night? No, Saturday night. Saturday was a long day. It was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to stay that nice. If I'd known it was going to stay that nice, I would have taken the boat to the air show. And then Sunday was just like a wash. And I was planning on going to the air show. And then I was like, I don't feel like getting on the boat and having it turn.
Yeah.
And I don't trust anything. And then we just like hermited all day on Sunday. It actually, like, I wanted to make it up to your place. But then it got like time to go. And like Leah, Olivia, and myself were both passing in and out of consciousness. And we just fucking settled in.
It's a long ride up to Sanford.
It is. But then Saturday night we went to go down to the beach. And we went to Harbor. And so you pull down and it's straight down the hill.
Yeah.
Unless you're an entitled fuckstick that pulls across the street from the Harbor Inn, or from Stage Neck. Which there was. And this stupid bitch had a fucking coffee sitting right over her fucking door on her roof. And, like, I pulled down and I almost T-boned her.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have been in... This always happens in the wife's car. Why it can't happen when I'm driving my truck when I can just be a huge dickhead because I don't care?
I believe Jesus has something to do with that.
Like, every time I enter the Portsmouth traffic circle, I'm waiting for a motherfucker to try and come in from where you're not supposed to come in on the inside lane.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get into the traffic circle, but people don't like to wait in that line, so then they try and skirt up.
Uh-huh.
I will take someone into the outside wall on the traffic circle 10 out of 10 times in my own truck. It will only occur to me when I'm in the wife's car. I'm like, I really don't want to deal with having to get her car fixed.
Yeah, right.
But this woman was just stopped, dead across. And I just pulled up, and she just was like looking at me, and I just gave her a thumbs up. Like, you're doing fucking great at life because you rolled through a stop sign that is 6 feet behind you right now.
Yeah.
It was that urgent that you had to get to where you are blocking traffic just because you're a cunt. And the girls were like, Dad, there's a coffee on top of her car. And I was like, yeah, and girls, honestly, we're hoping right now that we get to see it fall into her car. They're like, you're not going to tell her? I was like, not a bit. I was like, do you see how inconsiderate she was? And they're like, yeah. I was like, yeah. These are the times, how we talked about karma the other day, how there's good karma and bad karma? We're hoping our good karma that we've built up is going to pay off in paying her bad karma, and we get to watch it.
Yeah. At the intersection of 202 and 109 or whatever that is by my house.
Yeah.
In the morning, you could turn left to go towards like Acton and Springvale, or you turn right to go towards like the center of Sanford. There's 2 lanes, and it's always the light's red. It's always backed up, but there's always enough room for cars to like get up behind each other, so another car can go into that right lane. I think it was last Friday. I was waiting there, and there was a car in front of me that had a car and a half length in front of her, and if she'd just moved up, I would have been able to go by. And I yelled, "Fucking move!" as loud as I fucking could. Her windows were up, and I'm pretty sure she heard me because she moved. I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, you gotta leave room for crossing traffic.
Yeah.
Not be an asshole.
So. Well, other than that, that's about it. I almost took my air conditioner out of my window last weekend.
Oh, that would have been a bad idea.
Glad I didn't.
It is still air conditioner season.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm air conditioner season till at least October 1st at this point in my life.
I'm almost first frost. Then we'll take it out.
I mean, once the humidity goes away.
Yeah.
Right now, it's still even like, it's too fucking humid.
Yep.
I don't care if it's raining. It's humid. Fucking gross. And then, well, fuck, now they're saying Sunday's going to be 75 and sunny.
I don't think they've caught the weather up yet to what this storm's going to do.
Well, they got the wind.
Do they?
Yeah. It looks like it's coming in on... The wind's coming in on Saturday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good day to go check out the waves at the beach.
Yeah. Don't drive down the fucking beach either, you fucking nitwits. Go to a beach where you can see from a distance.
Yeah.
Don't get your truck fucking smashed with rocks. people don't realize that rocks actually are contained within the waves. They do. That's how they actually end up on the road.
Yeah.
When you're driving around, you're like, wow, there's rocks all the way up here. How'd they get here? The fucking waves that you're driving through, you stupid fuck. Yeah. Peak wind gusts on Saturday, we're looking at 50 miles an hour. Sustained 25.
This is offshore?
No, this is right where we are sitting right now.
Perfect.
Let's see what Windy has to say. Oh yeah, they have it moving quicker now. Oh, Saturday afternoon we might be okay on Sunday, bub.
Really?
Yeah. According to Windy.
Yeah, according to Windy, the seas were only supposed to be like 1 foot that day we went to Randy York Beach.
Yeah. I mean, they were 1 foot or more.
Or more.
Or greater.
Or greater than.
Yes. Saturday. Look at the size of that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That takes up the whole Gulf of Maine. My favorite, though, thing to do is go to the waves, though. Yeah.
I did the Windy 7-day free trial, and I didn't understand it, so I'll just leave it to you having it. And you
Dude,
can tell
I
me what
love
it's
it.
supposed to be.
So, if you're looking for good waves, Saturday at 2 o'clock, they're predicting right now 14-foot sustained periods of 12 seconds.
Surfers are going to be getting their jollies off.
Ooh, they go up to 16 foot. Yeah, 16 to 17 feet all the way into Wells on Saturday. Saturday night, 6 p.m. Be a great time to go sit at Sun and Surf.
Yep.
Have dinner on the patio in the midst of a hurricane. We had quite the fucking storm here on Friday.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
I was talking to Mike Lee today, and he was like, yeah, we're pretty busy.
You think? Hey, good news. The FDA just approved a new COVID booster.
I saw that.
You want to go get it?
I don't know. Probably not. Did you watch any Pats game yesterday?
I did. I'm kind of happy with how it went.
Defense played fucking really good.
Even the offense,
Yeah.
compared to last year, you're literally playing, I would say, arguably the best football team
Yeah.
in the NFL right now.
Yep.
I would say the Eagles have done nothing but improve versus a
Yep.
lot of teams have gone downhill a little bit.
Yep. I agree with that.
They held them to like 100 yards of offense.
What do you think of the Tom Brady ceremony?
I honestly did not watch it.
I only saw parts of it because they didn't broadcast it on the channel.
Yeah.
Part of me was really hoping he would like sign the 1-day contract and retire a Patriot, for this ceremony. But
Yeah.
the other part of the larger part of me was like, I don't think he's going to do that.
I don't know why he wouldn't. Because, he came out and said, I'm always a Patriot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do that with him. Where they're just like, yeah.
Maybe they're going to do that when they retire his jersey or induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
In June. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's ever going to be another number 12 in New England.
No.
You imagine walking into that building, being like, yeah, I want number 12.
Even, what the hell was that guy's name that we got from Flash? Flash Gordon?
Yeah.
He was 12 and changed his number. we'll see.
Josh Gordon.
Yep.
Should have been called Toke, not Flash. How long do you think we see marijuana become decriminalized?
Most places have already decriminalized it.
Federally, I mean.
It's federally decriminalized, but when it becomes legal federally, I think is right when Biden gets done. Like that's going to be like, I think leading up to this 2024 election.
See, that's what I said when Trump was getting towards the end of his 4 years. If he wanted to guarantee his way to stay in the office, would have been just make it federally legal.
I think Biden's going to do it at some point.
I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
No.
It's only a matter of time before somebody does it.
I think there's still too many old whites.
Really?
He's an old white.
He is an old white.
All those fucks.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hilarious thing. Like, at this point, I don't want either person. Just give me, like, someone, like, that can run a fucking company. Give me Elon. I know he technically can't be our president, but, like, the dude can run a corporation. Or 3.
I mean, not saying I liked him, but Trump ran a corporation.
I wouldn't really put his businesses up against Elon's.
No, absolutely. But I want somebody just it's so tough. You're not going to find somebody. The worst part about it is the GOP candidates and the GOP Republicans, they're just as fucking shady as all of them. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're a politician, you're a fucking shady motherfucker.
Yeah, and the only ones that you don't hear that from are the ones that are one term and done.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you want to change our fucking golden parachutes we have here? No, little freshman senator.
There's this guy, Eli Crane. I think he's...
Well, it's like Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
She left the Democratic Party. She's trying to make a name. I think she's doing it wrong, personally. I don't think it's going to stick. I'd probably vote for her over the other 2 old whites.
Yeah.
But
I like Tulsi Gabbard.
It's sort of like she's sort of doing the Sarah Palin thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, oh, I was this, now I'm going to be this. But I've got to go super extreme and make stupid fucking comments because I have to stand out. Well, not going to support you then. Sorry.
This Eli Crane guy, he was a Navy SEAL, and he's like doing it the right way, but he's getting shut down because he won't play the game that everybody else wants him to play. If he doesn't like somebody, he won't support him. And it's just, I don't know. There's so much fucking inside baseball with that shit that it's just ridiculous.
It really is. Oh.
Oh. I gotta go to the fly shop. I haven't been to see Jim probably since before Memorial Day.
What?
Yeah.
That was in May.
I know.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just haven't been able to get over there.
It's open every day.
Yeah, but they close like right before I get out of work.
Well, I mean, just tell Mike you gotta run to the bank. You gotta get to the bank before it closes.
It is kind of the bank. I do put a lot of my money there.
Right. It's just a future bank.
Right.
Where you'll get about 4% of what you actually spent. There was a There was a lady that was posting something the other day about like it was like 3 different lots of shit she was getting rid of, and it was in one of the fly fishing groups. It was a ways away, but like the amount of tying material that was there, and she was like, yeah, like $200. And I was like, that's worth it.
Yeah.
To drive. It was like West Virginia. I was like, I would still save money if I drove to West Virginia and back.
Yeah.
I just bought a ton of shit. Like, really, you think about like $200, that's every time I walk into Eldridge Brothers.
Yeah.
Is at least 100, no matter what I'm doing.
I gotta go. I gotta stock up on some stuff for this winter.
Or you walk in, you're like, oh, I'm going to tie a shit ton of Clousers lately. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to grab a white, an olive, chartreuse, and a black and a purple bucktail.
Yeah.
Like, sick. That's $100 right there.
Yeah.
5 bucktails. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
I need to get back on the vise. I haven't.
I tied the other night. I tied a couple flies. I do wish more fly shops, and I would pay more for it if it was just like I could just walk in and just buy a kit to go tie like a dozen flies.
Yeah.
I think that is the next big marketing thing.
Greg's starting it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shops that are doing it, but it's like onesie twosies.
Yeah.
Like if you could get on like, and you could start with simple shit, like almost like the Waspy kit or the whatever the fuck it is.
Waspy.
Waspy?
Wopsy.
Wopsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wopsy. Not Waspy. White Anglo-Saxon. Protestant fucking yuppies.
Tennis players.
Yeah. Sailors. Yachting.
Yeah.
But if you did one of those kits where it was just like, look, here's your thread, hooks, foam, feathers, and I wouldn't do glue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could throw like realistically, you could just do like the little mini bottles of crazy glue, like the tiny little squeeze ones.
Yeah.
Where it's like you just need a drop on the end of whatever fly this is. Because like especially that would come into so handy if for me, where like I don't want to tie a ton of nymphs, but I know if I go to start tying nymphs, I'm gonna go buy a shit ton of hooks, a shit ton of beads, and then I'm gonna tie hard for like a week. Then I'm gonna forget what all the sizes are. Whereas like if I had packages and it was like, okay, this package ties in number 12, this package ties in number 14, I would pay way more money for that just to keep myself organized.
Do you have a hackle gauge?
Nope.
You should get one.
Yeah, need to get one of those too.
Makes a huge difference. I love tying. I need to do way more of it this year.
Yeah. I played my first round of golf last week.
How was it?
Not terrible.
Where'd you play?
Abernathy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, bougie. Real bougie.
Who'd you play with?
The whole work. Fucking stupid. Raising money for the United Way.
Oh, yeah.
$35,000. It's insane. But
Oh, I remember the United Way.
it was a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, that tournament's nowhere near what it used to be. Too corporate now. It's one of those where like you can't. There's too many higher up people in my company.
Too many chiefs.
Yeah, but it's just you can't really. It's not like the end of the year golf league tournament, which is just a debauchery.
Yeah. I told Mandy the other day, joking around, I was like, I think I want to get into golf. And her face dropped. Because I could just see that, like, dollar signs going across her mind.
I mean, really, though, golf is just a one-time investment. Like, yeah, greens fees they are what they are, but you don't have to, like, you can go play Sanford Country Club for fucking
cheap money.
$40.
Yeah.
But, like,
I was just joking around. I'm just gonna.
I mean, like, really, though, like, when you sit back and look at it, it's like, my irons is one fly rod.
Yeah.
My driver is less expensive than the pair of waders that are right there. They're like wading boots. Putter, that's like 10 dry flies. Like, you really start looking at, like,
Golf's an expensive sport.
I don't know. I wouldn't say golf.
For me, it's an expensive sport.
I bet you golf to you, if you picked up golfing right now, you would spend less money on golf than you do on fly fishing. In a year.
Fair enough.
Even starting out.
I'm not going to.
You should.
No. I need to master fly fishing.
With those new hips, be firing.
Yeah. Trouble is my fucking shoulders.
You just got to turn.
God, they fucking hurt.
Don't even get me started with shoulders. You know what shoulders are like in this fucking house?
Like hips in my house.
We're onto a new doctor now.
Are you?
Yep. Finally. I fucking hate Nordlinger. That fucking cocksucker. Allegedly the shoulder guru. No.
I never liked them.
So she went to Access Sports Medicine now. So, and then that guy. So now her other shoulder is hurting, like the other one hurt in the beginning.
Yeah.
So now this guy's ordering a contrasted MRI.
Yeah.
Where they inject you.
Yep.
With some shit, and then they do the MRI so they can see if there's tears and stuff. Good news. Family Max has already been hit, so I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I think I already hit mine this year.
Oh, like just keep go do whatever you want to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like we are maxed out.
I have one more surgery in November for my nose, but that's about it.
Yeah. I'm like, see, get you back to work so I can get back. Fucking Daddy's slush fund is fucking running on E right now. Like, we got a trip to the Keys coming up, so
Yeah.
And I literally told her, I was like, I don't give a fuck if you don't work until then. You're gonna be able to reel fish, because she picked up one of the rods when we were out on the boat with the girls to try and reel in a fish and fucking hurt her shoulder. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's unsat. So now we reset the goals of shoulder rehab.
Yeah.
And goal is going to be able to reel a fish in. Yeah. It was one of the things, we were just talking about it actually. It's one of the reasons why I was a little late coming out here, is we got into a discussion over like rehab practices and like expectations and like setting bars.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, I've only been injured during sports, so I've always had a very measurable goal of like, I want to be able to kick a soccer ball in 2 weeks. What do I have to do to get there?
Yeah.
And like a lot of times was like, it's not going to happen. But these are the things, like, and like working with like sports medicine doctors through school and stuff. But like, it was one of those things where like we went to York Hospital Physical Therapy, and I was in the appointment with her, and they're like, so like, what's your goal? And he's like, I don't really know. And I was just like, a fucking push-up. Like, one push-up. That's not a lofty goal.
Yeah.
Like, for someone that could do 30 push-ups 2 years ago before this injury, one push-up should be, like, the bare minimum you're willing to accept. And, like, the the physical therapist was like, "Oh, I don't know," and I was like, "No, like that's the goal. So like, what do we have to do to get there? Like, is there something else that we need to be doing? Because like, and then we got talking about like, remember when fucking I think it was Tyreek Hill that blew out his ACL,
Yep.
and it was like 6.5 months, and he was back,
Yep.
which was like unheard of because it was always like, oh, that's a year.
Yeah.
Like what are athletes doing nowadays that normal people are not, and like what can I do to get access to that stuff, and like what does it cost? Like I understand an NFL team's rehab department is going to have a slightly different budget than
than a household
than my budget, but like are there things that they do that help that are like economical? Like, I don't really want to fly to Mexico for fucking stem cell research, but
thoughts cross my mind.
Honestly, at this point, the amount of money that I've spent in the American healthcare system, I could fly to fucking Tijuana and get a hell of a deal. Like,
I've thought about like the ibogaine stuff.
The what?
The ibogaine.
Yeah. Well, and then them doing like the platelet transfers and shit, and like technology's come a long ways. Some of it may be a little shady, but if it works, it works. Then of course I'm talking about that. My mom's like, "Oh yeah, but you saw what happened to those people that were down in Mexico that were going down there for plastic surgery." And I was like, "Yeah, but did you read the rest of that article? Or like the follow-up story?" And she was like, "No, what are you talking about?" I was like, "The fact that the fucking 4 dudes that because there was like a group of people from like North Carolina or Georgia or something that went down there for plastic surgery, and 2 of them were killed and 2 of them were like kidnapped for like a week, and then they were released." Well, the fucking 4 dudes that actually kidnapped the people and killed the people, their heads were found in that city where that happened on the street the next day. As like the gang, whoever they were a part of or thought they were a part of, executed them because it was they fucked up and killed the wrong people.
Yeah.
So then the gang said, "Well, we can't have that," and then killed the people that killed the wrong people. And everyone went on their merry way. I was like, well, I mean, at least they self-police.
Yeah, right.
Like, let's look at the positives here. I want a big brown, though. I want a big brown trout.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see what the forecast is right now. We're still going to send it.
Yeah. I keep telling myself I'm going to put all of my focus this winter into fly tying and exercise, so I'll be able to fish the McGalloway to a higher standard next year.
Okay.
Like that's
the goal?
That's all that's on my mind.
How is the works?
I love the works. It's awesome. The shitty thing is, after I exercise in the pool, it feels good like when I'm exercising.
Yeah.
But when I get out, it's like I can barely fucking walk.
But does it get better after a little bit?
After a little bit, it does get better.
See? That's all that matters.
So, and I just need to be more consistent in doing it. I need to.
Sounds like the same talk I've had with my wife about her physical therapy.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to want it.
Like those pictures of those fish that you and Aaron caught. I have them I haven't saved in my phone. So I scroll by them a bunch. But like they live rent free in my head.
Yeah, so is the one that fucking I broke off. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's not the nicest terrain down there.
No.
I mean, there's spots where you can get to that's a little easier, but you'll get there.
Yeah. Take some time. And I've realized that fucking old people that come into the shop, that the amount of people that just mention something about somebody's weight still, like in this day and age, is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, I had a guy walk up to the counter the other day. He's like, "Jeez, you're gaining some weight." I'm like, I was dumbfounded. I'm like,
Well, good news, you're still ugly, so.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, and you're still alive. Everybody thought you were going to die years ago.
Oh, I definitely would have said that.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Some old guy. Like, oh, Jesus, dude. How are you still here?
What?
Oh, big news. George is fully retired. Well, retired from shipping.
Now he has to teach.
Now he's going to be an instructor. Those poor fucks.
Oh, man. Talk about the student having ADHD. What about when the instructor has it? What's the protocol there?
Yeah. Oh, class is out early. We're going fishing. I don't know.
I mean, most of the guys that they're teaching, or he's going to be instructing, are adults. So it's, I can just, the amount of photos he's going to have in his phone.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this time.
Yeah. I can see him like holding his phone open now and just like scrolling.
Yeah.
And one of the adjunct instructors being like, "Hey, we gotta kind of do this. We're on a time crunch."
Yeah, we actually have to teach people.
No, but congratulations to him. That's awesome.
41 years.
God, that's a long fucking time. With the same company. Most of it was with the same company, right?
Always with the same union.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
I had a customer ask me today, they're like, "When are you going to retire?" I said, "I'm going to have to call in sick for my funeral."
yeah. I'm going to take the day off for my funeral, but then I'm working overtime afterwards.
I had a guy come in, Mike was in his office today, and he's like, "What's he doing there?" And I was like, "Well, he's got this big red button on that desk that if he hits it, I disappear. I just fall into an incinerator." And he's like, "That's pretty cool." I was like, "Yeah, until you're sitting in my seat."
We were talking about, because also today being 9/11.
Yep.
Never forget.
Never forget. 22 years.
Yeah, so we were talking about that today in class. And like one of the kids was like, "Yeah, I was in like kindergarten or first grade. I remember watching the whole thing. It was kind of messed up." I was like, "Kindergarten?" I was like, "I don't normally feel old around most people at work, but go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Then one of the other kids was like, "Yeah, I was 4." I was like, "For fuck's sakes!"
I get a kid that works at the shop that wasn't even alive.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it like how it's in the history books at the school now. And I was like, "What?" It's like, I'm not old enough to be part of history.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was 21 years ago.
Yep.
22.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fucking wild. When I went to Nebraska, where we landed in Nebraska, and one of the sales reps is like, I'm waiting to get off the plane, and I'm still sitting in the seat, And, of course, the aisles fill up with people.
Naturally.
And
It's my favorite part of flying.
one of these sales reps is standing right next to me, and he's like, "Jeez, imagine if this plane went down. There wouldn't have been a fucking lawnmower salesman on the East Coast." And I was like, thanks for saying that after the plane landed.
Yeah, I mean, hey, good timing. Still got to get back home, but...
Yeah. He was like, it would have been pretty light on X-Mark salesman. I said, no shit.
What, all you guys take the same flight?
Yeah. Everybody from that distributor, because the distributor took care of the flights, X-Mark took care of the room and board. Everybody from the distributor, like basically wherever they flew in from, we all met for the connecting flight in Chicago. It was like 5 of us from this area, and then we met up with like 20 more people. So the flight from Chicago to Nebraska was like all X-Mark people. It's like we couldn't have just chartered a fucking jet.
Yeah, seriously. At that time.
Right? So. But other than that,
maybe a trip to the Farmington on Sunday.
yep, weather permitting.
Batten down the hatches Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Maybe. It's fucking, who knows? You read 3 different weather reports, you get 3 different fucking answers.
I trust Windy. I put my trust in Windy.
All right.
I know it might have said they were just 1-footers. That could have also been just what the captain told the passengers.
Fair enough. I kind of thought that too when we were out there. I'm like, maybe he just told me that so I'd go. And work.
I might have seen it was like maybe 2 to 3 in the morning and then rolling down to 1-footers, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I was just kind of banking on they were a little off on their times. Turns out they were pretty accurate.
You played it up pretty well because you're like, holy fuck, it laid right down once we got into 2KR. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are we talking the first trip to the Nubble or the second?
First trip.
Yeah. It did lay right back
Yeah.
down by the time we got back, though.
Second one, it was almost like I was used to it at that point, but there was some bigger, like, rogue hammers that we hit coming back from the second trip.
It was like we were rolling pretty good, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, there's a 4-footer.
Airborne.
Yeah, cool. Well, hey, Huey, hope your back needed compression, not,
Yeah.
what's it called?
Not extension? Inversion?
Well, it's an inversion table, but
Stretching?
I mean, it's not decompression, but
No.
it is decompressing. Whatever. We're too dumb.
After that, it felt like I had that, the coping that goes around the pad on the cooler seat.
Yeah.
It felt like I had that bruised into my ass, like on the backside from just sitting there, coming, boom, fucking.
Yes.
Oh well, wouldn't change it for the world.
Although I did there was a 20-foot Seahawks that I just saw that was for sale, and I was looking at that one. It was a newer-ish one.
Yep.
And they had it, so it was a smaller engine well, but it was almost the same height. It was a little bit lower than the boxes that I built.
Yeah.
But then it swept out and had a permanent build live well.
Yep.
Into the floor right there.
Ooh.
So like the whole back was almost like one big like platform.
Yeah.
Sort of like a bass boat.
Yeah.
Sort of almost would be. So it kind of had that feel to it. But then like the front was like all different levels and shit everywhere, and I was like, that's too much. But
all I want when you get your Bertram Flybridge,
Oh.
I just want like a nice captain seat in the cabin for me to sit in.
It's gonna be couches.
All right, good.
That 32 Flybridge fucking haunts me.
That's why every time I see one on Instagram, I send it to you.
I want either the 32 or the 28. 28 would be a kind of cool length.
Yeah.
Where it's like, but then I'm like, 32s are more common. They're a little bigger, a little more room inside. I think the 32 you can have 2 staterooms in it. So it's like,
Jeez. Yeah.
it'd be kind of nice.
Just wake me up when we get there.
Yeah. Fucking twin. Go up, fucking get some Myanmars. Or have, is it Myanmar? No, who's the other company that does them? I think if I were to build a boat, I would want to go to like a performance engine shop. And be like, I want like 2 800 horse diesels in this thing.
Have Heath build you some fucking
Yeah.
clapped out.
Just
Fucking
straight twin turbos.
Yep.
You don't even hear anything but turbo whistles.
Yeah.
Straight piped. I do want a semi-wet exhaust. I love the sound of exhaust going up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my favorite sound in the world. One of them. Yeah. Farmington Sunday. Hurricane. Maybe.
We'll see. Possibly. If you haven't listened to it, listen to our episode with fly fishing czar Tom Rosenbauer. Buy some of his books.
Watch their videos.
Watch their videos.
They really need to advertise how much of like a Bible to fly fishing that video library they have is. Like, I know they get a reputation for being snooty.
Yeah, but they're pretty.
I think they're trying very hard to shake that a little bit.
I mean, I'm not going to wear like Orvis sweaters and shit like that, but I have a pair of their khaki, like, just.
They make dope shit.
Yeah.
Like, I
Super
love my
comfortable.
boots. I liked my Orvis sling pack. The only reason I went with the Sims is because the Orvis one was too big. To be honest. Like,
I still have my Orvis one. I like that Sims one a lot.
I still have my other Orvis one. Their backpack system, they didn't quite have enough storage. It was a little too small. But, like, not big things. It was nothing like that. It wasn't like the gear was falling apart. I love my Orvis rods. My Superfine 3-weight is still, to this day, one of my favorite fly rods that I own. I would love to get one of the Orvis, the Helios. That might be where I go. They make a blackout version. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's also $1,000 rod, but you know, sometimes you got to pay to play.
This is true.
I also got to do a body mount on my truck. Need that done. Need to find someone to do that for me. I don't want to do those. I think I've come up to the realization that I think I just am going to pay someone to do the work on my truck from now on.
Yep. I don't blame you.
I'll talk to you. Yeah. I got shocks I want to do. Body mounts I want to do. And that truck's good. I might actually look at maybe getting it inspected.
Mine's not inspected.
It ran out in May.
Yep. That's on mine right now. At this point, I'm just going to run it until the first of the year.
Might as well just send it all the way through.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Probably not this Wednesday, but I would say.
No, not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Maybe a guest next Wednesday.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see who we can fucking con into coming on. I still don't know how we got Tom Rosenbauer on. But it was a dope interview. We did a way better job.
Than either of us expected.
And way better than the Foul Hooked podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to go out there and say it, because fuck those guys.
And I don't even think we swore.
You were the first one to swear.
Was I?
Yes, because I made a mental note in this brain. You said something. You swore first, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Did I say F? Was it an F-bomb? Because that's really all I count as a swear nowadays.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to it.
I don't think we dropped any F-bombs.
Might not have.
I mean, that's really the only swear.
Even that in context.
Yeah.
It's a very versatile word.
It really is. So, fuck off. See you next week.